Alright, what's up, Goblin Slayers? I got a new video. This one's called Deep Down Everyone Knows God is Real. And that includes everybody, like every child, every man and woman on earth. Doesn't guess that he's real, know that he's real. So this relates back to you, because I'm talking about you. I'm talking about the individual level. Now, even you know that he's real, but you may not believe it yourself. And I think deep in your subconscious, and let's be real, I think in your soul, even you know he's real, but your mind won't let you believe. Now, why did this happen? This is like a kind of delusion, a kind of disconnect, and I can tell you why this happened. This condition that you have is basically insecurity. Now, insecurity means a lot of different things in a lot of different situations, and it's a real bad emotion. It's the worst emotion that my past country can give, Mexico. But right here in this situation, when it relates to you and to your faith, it basically means that you don't trust yourself. So you have the fact that God is real, but you can't accept it. Like, you don't trust yourself that he's real, and that's terrible because you're living in a fantasy land. So why did this happen? Well, there's three main reasons. Now, I can elaborate more on these three reasons because they're really painful. But I can tell you that the first one is pain. You experienced a lot of pain. Second one, people who don't experience a lot of pain but still don't believe them have pride, which isn't really pride, it's arrogance, and it turns into foolishness later when you're left alone without any angels guiding you. And third is confusion. Now, you got this confusion because you didn't know if he was real. You saw science and you saw studies, but these studies don't hold much weight. So for you not believing, it has to be emotional. It can't be a study. Who cares about the study? When I see a study, I don't feel it. It has to be something that happened in your life, something painful that was really painful, or a series of painful events, which could be anything. It's life, so it could be anything, like economic problems, relationship problems. So when you experience this pain, there's also three cycles to it that I've seen. This isn't scientific in any way. This isn't technical in any way. I've just noticed that men and women process emotions this way. So when you're experiencing pain, you saw that the struggle was too real, too strong, and overwhelming. So you felt it too much. And I'm understating it, but you felt it too much. Secondly, you felt abandonment, since you felt that God wasn't there when you needed him. You feel abandoned, so you felt rejected and you felt hurt. And third, which is the next logical step, since you include in your mind that he wasn't there, now you're angry at him. And this anger, you won't really show it. It's not like you snap like a rage, but deep down there's an anger in you because you felt that he wasn't there when you needed him the most. And this is real sad, and I can answer some of these questions. I'd like to do a longer video answering on this whole emotional pain that you experienced in your life, but basically I will answer some of these questions that you may have that you experienced. So when you say he wasn't there, I think he was there. Maybe you didn't see, maybe you weren't open to it, maybe you weren't religious in the first place, and lastly, he wasn't there in the way that you expect him to be, because maybe he was there, maybe you just had a different idea of how he was going to appear. Not him in front of you, but his help, his aid. So secondly, when you have pride, I already talked about this, we'll mention this, is that you have arrogance. You basically believe that you're so smart, you're so strong, and you're so good, and all this ego issues, that you basically don't need them. Because if you're self-sufficient, you're going to think, why do I need them in the first place? But I will tell you that even the strong need help. Even the strongest of the strong need help every now and then. And for you to believe that you can't is just blind arrogance on your part. Lastly, confusion. Now, when we were children, we were religious, but as we grew up, we had all these influences that could be satanic. One of these reasons is, I don't believe it's satanic inherently, but one of these reasons is science. You believed in these studies and this evidence, which are tools, but not necessarily an idea. And then you heard other religions, Other religions say that, other religions say this, and I can disapprove of those religions because they have false holes in their logic, which Christianity does. I mean, everything has, but it's the most purest and the one with the most crystal logic. And lastly, you probably saw a guy talking on the street, or a comedian, and you were too weak to understand that he was trying to sway you. So I'm gonna tell you, stay strong in your faith. So yes, this is deep down, everyone knows God is real, and I gave you the 3 main emotions that you may be struggling with, and I'd like to elaborate more this in the future.